alone. Couldn't understand her word and mother spoken. Head in the clouds while her heart turned molten. Second generation, we're a league of our own. Code switching on the streets to what we're speaking at home. Pat us on our back and cut a blade to the bone. At this point we're struggling, we're claiming.
We're all like part of like communities, but we don't feel like we belong in those communities that we're a part of, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So we've like put that in the character.
You've got to like speak a certain language at home and speak a certain language when you're with your mates or whatever. And it's hard to adjust and kind of find belonging in. You've not just got one thing you can concentrate on, there's two things, you know what I mean? Like,
all of us agreed with there's a lot of code switching they have to do with understanding older people, and then you talk to like young generation people your age and you have to code switch and adapt to them as well.
It's more like you have the community there, and like people who fit a certain way in the community feel like they feel like they're in the community, but people who don't look that certain way, they don't feel like they feel different. Yeah, they still feel like they're outside.
We are lucky to be quite more diverse than other areas in England, but I think what people fail to still realise is still the majority of the population is still white, and there are a lot of like Didsbury, where me and Sarah both have grown up and stuff like that. There are a lot of white people, and so while Manchester as a whole has a more diverse community, it's kind of spread out so that even still when you're growing up in Manchester, you still feel like a minority because it's not like your entire community is there.
Being Mancunian, I feel like Manchester's like a really diverse community, but like sometimes you just feel like isolated, like being gay and black. Like for me personally, like being a hijabi whilst also like being South Asian, like kind of just feel isolated sometimes.
Somebody who watches it, I don't want them to feel alone. So the whole thing is like, you feel alone, and it's like, you have people that can listen to you, you know, like you got the gay community can listen to you about your gay problems, like you got the black community can listen about your black problems, but like, you have no one who's there for both. So you have people who can listen, but no one who can understand what you're going through. And I think that's the difference between the two. It's like, if you watch this, it's like there's people out there that can understand when you speak to them. So that's kind of the comfort you want.
I've got a way better understanding of what brands to go for, fixed lens, you know, the cage you had for the microphone and such, and a lot of the different technical parts. So the third day, I think, overall it was a really good thing. The third day with the editing really helped a lot with the technical side.
The experience of a young person living here compared to here, which is only a short distance away, can be completely different. And I think from watching the video anyway, growing up mixed race and growing up also in white predominant areas, I also used to aspire to look like the skinny white girls.
Even just walking down from the city to Stockport, you see the whole spectrum of the city, going from down past the universities, through the Corrie Mile, through Fallowfield, Withington, Didsbury, the lot.
The voiceover, I kind of just got that from a conversation the day before between me and Jazera, and how we have a lot of similar experiences despite living in different areas.
It's just come about. She's got no white friends at school. It's been a major problem.
It's interesting even actually saying that, because I got to the age of like 13 and I found like my first group of like black friends, right? And I remember being out with them and I didn't have to like explain myself. They got my banter. They weren't telling me I'm acting too black or I'm acting too white. they just kind of got it.
With your own culture, you have to accept the fact that your parents are from a different generation, and you have to accept that they're not going to understand some parts of you and you won't understand everything about them, but you have to come to terms with that because it's like a part of you.
It's kind of like separate to that. It's like experiencing isolation while still supposed to be being like in a community. So like being gay is supposed to be like in the gay community, or like being black is supposed to be in the black community. But like when you're both, you're not in either. So you're like isolated from both.
Okay, great.
Like, it's kind of cringy, but like, who wants to be like the same as everyone else? You know, like at the end of the day, no matter how much racism or Islamophobia or like weird looks that we all get, like at the end of the day, like we're all unique, and the love that we hold for ourselves is like.
I think because of the way we felt in like younger years and how we've been treated with racism and just feeling like outsiders, it made us not want to identify as Mancunian.
Not just Mancunian, it's just like the entire like
just being
British,
English.
you know what I mean? It's not just Mancunian by itself. I don't just be like, oh, I hate Manchester.
It's not been a topic in our house, that. The other issues are more like like being black for my take, because it's the most obvious thing when they go outside the house. So we've never had that discussion, to be fair. It's probably my mum's generation has.
Extremely difficult being different. I think it builds character, and it kind of allows you to view things on a deeper perspective and kind of have a more well-rounded view. And being able to, like with microaggressions, like a lot of people, they will not see anything wrong, like they won't even notice like the whole being it's a microaggression.
It's so hard if you've like gone through racism or something like that to just like keep your head up and just power on through, but you know, if you are there for yourself, then I think that's all you need, to just be there for yourself.
I think like having a group of people that have similar experiences with you boosted my confidence, and even if I wouldn't get the same like comforting experience like outside, I definitely have the confidence now because I have a group of people to talk to and just feel similar with and just comfortable. So
I'd say it's definitely like, it definitely has helped being a part of this project, because it's kind of like, it's made me feel like we're not alone in this, and we're not, like Liv said, we're not crazy for feeling the way we feel sometimes. And it's just kind of reassuring that other people feel the same way and experience similar things, and we can come together with those experiences to create something and try and get a message out there to just kind of accept the people around you.